What up? Top of the top. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? How y'all doing this morning? Saturday. That's right. Happy Saturday. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, y'all. Teddy Bear Taylor. Lady Love. What's up? Lexi. What's up? What's going on? What's up, Danica? How y'all doing this morning? Lampinsky, what's good, bro? What's going on out there in Cali Town? Hey, look, the people asked me to come on today, so I had to come on. The people asked, that's what I got to do. So look, how y'all doing this weekend? What up, Jamel? What up, Mel? Yeah, we got some things to talk about today. Good morning, Tamara Smith. Miss Baldwin. How you doing this morning? ASAP Auto, what's good, bro? Hey, look, you get what you asked for, bro. Good morning, Sharon. 401, what's up? Taisha Davis, what's up? Tay, what's up, Tay? Y'all know I'm gonna get back to y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna holler. But look, it's some interesting things been going on, which we already know, but we can now say that Chris Brown is officially blackballed. Good morning, Sassy. He officially blackballed. They done with him. What's up, Black Bobby? Also, dababy is officially blackballed. They done. Now we already know that whole entertainment thing drying up, but I just wanted to show y'all some more proof on how it's over with. So the money that they got to hold on to because they're not going to be able to have generational wealth. Y'all know I already spoke about that, but I got to stress that all of these people been trying to get generational wealth. So when you're looking at the world of people becoming billionaires and trillionaires and touching, reaching 500 million, 300 million, most of these rappers, they under 10 million, under 20 million, under 5 million. So they chances of becoming rich forever is fading away. What's up, Sakina? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Y'all know how to start it off this Saturday. Look, I had time. People asked me to pull up, so I had to put something together, but it all goes what we're talking about. I'm also going to be talking about how Fat Joe explained how a $20 million deal was blown between him and Jordan, and it was all over 50 Cent. Now, it's an old story. I mean, it's recently surfaced, but the point of this, I want to just show you how that beefing and hating and all of that, I just want to show you how that mess up money. And that money, Fat Joe could use that right now. See, he probably regretting how he lost that 20 million, because when you're looking at 20 million 15 years later, you say, damn, I could have had that money. We're going to talk about that. We also going to talk about some of the things that's going on. So what's up, Shayla? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good to see y'all. So I'm not going to hold y'all too long because it's Saturday. And really, this is the day you're supposed to rest up and you relax. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to set it off right. So welcome to Fun No Fame Live, episode 309. If you new, first time hearing this, don't forget to subscribe. If you are already subscribed, don't forget to hit the all notification bell. Make sure it say all. And that's what it is. What up, King D? King D Bishop. So like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I know a lot of people probably still sleep right now. They ain't think I was gonna be on, but they'll catch the replay. So shout out to the replay gang. All right, so let's take a look at some of this stuff and see what's going on. And you know I'm still lit. I'm still turned up. I'm cruising today. I ain't bringing all that energy Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, let's take a look at some of this stuff. Let's go. Chris Brown and dababy is officially blackballed. It's over for them. Now, y'all know they was recently comparing Chris Brown and Michael Jackson, but it don't look like he coming close to Michael Jackson. And it's the reason behind that. Now, for those that know, y'all know the American Music Awards is supposed to be taking place. I don't know if it took place last night, this weekend, most likely this weekend. I don't keep up with none of that. Y'all know all of that stuff is phony, it's fugazi. We don't watch that stuff because it's corny. Good morning, Rondell. Good to see you. Good to see you. We don't watch that award stuff, especially not no American Music Award. So you see how recently Glorilla and all of them was all happy because they on American Music. All that is master giving you a reward for your dirty works and your good and your dirty deeds. That's all that is. That's a pat on the head, a plaque on the wall. That ain't about nothing. But anyway, you know, when you give a person an accolade, they take it to the head. What up, Real Life TV? So look, we're going to take a look at this, and we're going to ask the question, is Chris Brown officially blackballed? And I understand a lot of people, especially in this chat, grew up on Chris Brown. I remember Chris Brown when he first came in as a young boy, 15, something like that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all was probably 15 when he came out and you grew up with him. But it's some things going on because it also represents a certain generation that things are starting to change. So we know Chris Brown been putting in that work. We know he got a lot of talent. We know he could dance, sing. You know, he got his way with the ladies. You know, Chris Brown is liked by a lot of people. But we also know when that incident happened with him and Rihanna, he fell from grace. He was able to sustain, but he's never been the same. That's why Rihanna's a billionaire and Chris Brown, he's not at that level. And we also seen that Chris Brown had to what? He was doing meet and greets. Meet and greets for $1,000. So let's take a look at what's going on. Now, look, this was being said, right? Chris Brown was taken off the show. He was taken off. Chris Brown shares a rehearsal footage of what would have been his Michael Jackson tribute for the 40th anniversary of Thriller at the AMAs this Sunday. However, the AMAs canceled it without telling him why. So they told Chris Brown he was going to be able to do the Michael Jackson tribute for the Thriller anniversary. But as you see, as it came to the last minute, they canceled it. And I know one, in my opinion, one of the reasons why, because they probably just wanted to put Chris Brown's name on that roster to make it look even bigger and make it look good. And then once they got everybody with their tickets and they got the show all ready to go, they canceled it. Also could be for other reasons as well. So this is another sign right here. And don't forget, y'all, Chris Brown dropped the album a couple months ago. How many of y'all listened to that album? How many people heard Chris Brown's song on the radio? Any hit records? That from this last album, Breezy, how many hit songs did you hear on the radio? This is why we got to start paying attention. These are the signs right here. Because we know the first thing they're going to take away from you is that major promotion, that worldwide promotion. They're going to take that from you. They're going to let you do your little shows, your little tours. You're going to get to do it. But that big stuff, see, American Music Award. So on an American national scale, they're not going to let him perform that Michael Jackson energy. You get it? Because they understand too. If he was to perform the Michael Jackson tribute, that is a symbol of passing the baton to Chris Brown to say he's the new Michael Jackson. And that's how he would be perceived around the world. So therefore, they have to just, shut that image down because they want the other narratives about Chris Brown to continue on. That what? He's a knucklehead. He run with gangbangers. His name been in rape allegations, things like that. And they know this was a big way for Chris Brown to clean his image up by performing this award. Y'all know that. You only as good as your last hit. You only as good as your last major event, and that's how it works. So if they could stop him from doing this, he can't prosper. What's up? What's up, Ali? Salute. That's right. Now check it out. Check it out, y'all. Let's look at this. The American Music Awards scheduled Chris Brown to perform on Sunday. He had been in rehearsal since last Saturday. Now they kicked him off the show without explanation. And now they're trying to tell us to what? Boycott the AMAs. But guess what? We don't watch it anyway. And I'm going to be honest with you. People not going to boycott it because of Chris Brown. Because if I'm not mistaken, Glorilla and a lot of other artists going to be on there and they going to watch it. You know how that go. Y'all know how that go. And they probably going to do a takeoff tribute. You know how that go. But anyway, we don't watch that stuff anyway because it's corny and it's boring. But I just want y'all to see that. This right here is like the nail in the coffin of Chris Brown. As you see, they had him performing all week, had him motivated, pumped up. He thought he about to do it big. He thought he was about to, make a statement. But they said, "Nah, you're not going to tap into that Michael Jackson energy. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get in them good graces of Michael Jackson fans. And to your generation, Chris Brown, you're not going to be Michael Jackson. Because remember a couple months ago, that's what started all this, when it was a debate on if Chris Brown was bigger than Michael Jackson. And I told y'all that was a joke. But I understand what they was trying to say. But it's different. It's very, very different. He did not sell as many albums as Mike, but it's really deeper than all of that. Now, let's continue on. Let's take a look. Chris Brown was canceled. The industry canceled him. The media canceled him. The other fan base canceled him. You know what that means? The other fan base. So it goes back to what I was just telling y'all. The main people that sustained Chris Brown all these years is the people that grew up off of Chris Brown and a lot of other people that liked his music. But mostly, I'm going to be honest, it was his core audience, which was the people that grew up with Chris Brown. So when Chris Brown came out, if you was a teenager, a young adult, 9 times out of 10, you had a certain love for Chris Brown. And I told you, that's how it worked. When a celebrity is born or becomes famous, they prep this whole thing where you're parallel. As the artists grow, you grow with them. And as you grow with them, they become like an icon figure. They become like a family member in your mind to your life. That's why when these people go through trauma, as you get older, you feel the trauma as well. They've been doing this since our grandparents with Motown, all that Marvin Gaye stuff, all of that. So now we can see that Marvin Gaye was a sacrifice. Can't we see that now? But my point is, this is why they always groom us to worship certain celebrities that we grew up off. So when you're adult, you still had a mind of a child when you following these people. And that's what a lot of this is about. But my point is also, you got to understand that Chris Brown is officially blackballed. And it also represents the fall of a generation. So that's why I say the generation that was raised on Chris Brown, that is also the same generation that is falling and being blackballed and on different levels. So I'm just going to show you something that we're going to take a look. And I still didn't see nobody in the chat that I might have missed it, but how many of y'all heard any Chris Brown songs on the radio? Mind you, he dropped the album. You know, anytime Chris Brown dropped the album, you know you was going to hear them songs. You knew you was going to see them videos. You already knew us, but you don't see that no more. So let's take a look some more, y'all. We're going to look at Breezy, because Breezy dropped. Now, this is what I didn't know about Breezy. I didn't know it was a 24-track album, which means he gave you your bang for your buck. He gave you 24 tracks of music. That's a lot of music. He could have took that and made 2 albums. But the thing is, what I paid attention, let's look at some of the artists he had on the album. He had Lil Durk, Fabio Foreign, Young Blue, Lil Wayne. You feel me? He had her on there. Bryson Tiller. So you see, he also paid for these features. Jack Harlow. That's the famous white boy that's doing this thing. Everybody he got featuring is currently relevant in the game. Check it out. Tory Lanez. My point is, you see, this man had 24 tracks on the album. So we know for a fact that was a bang for your buck. We also can see that he specifically did a lot of songs. He had a lot of features, because you could see he wanted to make a full, good album. But as you see, it's not getting no shine. So what does that mean, y'all? It means that he is blackballed. It is official. He is blackballed. And they're not going to let no light shine on this album, period. And I'm going to be real, it got me interested to scan through the album to see how it sounds, because I'm pretty sure it's a good album. Because I know out of 24 tracks, I know it got to be at least 10 good songs on it. You feel me? That's how I look at the album. So I know it got some good songs on here. But this is what we're looking at. He blackballed. And like you said, Lady Love, he's also a good performer. And they don't want that baton to be passed from Michael Jackson to him, because that will take him to another level and that will get him through his future. Meaning, once Chris Brown performed at the American Music Awards, he turned it out, his clout comes back. He starts trending again for a week straight. And his music starts selling. They start downloading and streaming. They're not going to have that. And in my opinion, they just put his name on it, on that roster to bring that attention. That's how I see it. See, Rondell said it's a solid opinion of my album. I mean, Chris Brown, 24 tracks, it got to be decent. It got to be. But did y'all hear it on the radio? I still ain't seen nobody say they heard it on the radio. That's what I'm looking for, because I ain't hear it. I'm just trying to make sure I ain't missing nothing. Have you heard any of these songs on the radio? I'm pretty sure we had at least one got to be playing, but I doubt it, because I ain't going to lie. Like, when I be in the car, I be listening to the radio sometimes, so I ain't hear. Anybody heard this man on the radio? Tamara Smith said, nope. Lady Love said, not one. See? Or Monique Canada said his last album was a double album as well. See, I didn't know that. That means he officially blackballed it. He's blackballed. He's done. He's done. And that's where we at. Ali said, nope. Lexi said, nope. See? That shows you right there, y'all. Now, this public opinion. Shayla said the same thing. Nope. So that shows you. If we have not heard this album, he is officially blackballed. And they knew that the AMAs was gonna bring more light to the album. So now we can say that he is officially blackballed. He is cut off. And we also know they say that he owns his masters, just like Michael Jackson owned his masters. So there's another question. Let's be real. Even if we don't listen to the radio, we still would have seen him trending, right? We would have seen something, a video. We would have heard people talking about it. But you see, ain't nobody mentioning Chris Brown. We also probably see what else, y'all? That the people that featured on the album, they're not even promoting it. So it just show you that we could say Chris Brown is officially blackballed, y'all. He's officially blackballed. They are done with him. If I was Chris Brown, I would take my money and I would go somewhere and I would get low and I would just leave the industry alone. Because I'm gonna be honest, Chris Brown, you keep reaching, you keep trying to get back in their graces, they're not gonna let you. And if they do, you might end up somewhere asleep. That's my opinion. That's why I'm trying to tell you, he need to just leave it alone, just go ahead and cash out, leave it alone. Because we know for a fact, God forbid, if something happened to Chris Brown, we know he's going to be worth a whole lot of money, and we know he will traumatize a whole bunch of generations if something happened to him. It's going to be 10 times worse than Takeoff. So, in my opinion, if I was Chris Brown, I would get low. I'd get out the way. I'd be missing. Now, if I was him, I'd grow a big beard. I'd just get low, for real. Because the more he keep poking at the bear, or should I say if he did sign them contracts, he got a chance to get out, he better get out like the movie. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So we're going to get back to Chris Brown, but we could say he's officially blackballed. And they saying that it's the people, his immediate fan base is the people that sustain him all these years. It wasn't the industry. It was y'all that got love for him. The people that supported him, that downloaded his music, went to his shows, that paid for the meet and greets. Those are the people that actually sustain his career. And like I said, most of them are the people that grew up with him. That's why most of y'all that are the same age as Chris Brown, around the same age, you have a certain relationship with Chris Brown. That's how it worked. But that's what's been sustaining him. And now they putting the spotlight on him. Also, Akon made a statement. And he said that he felt like Chris Brown gang affiliation has held him back. Now, I always looked at Chris Brown gang affiliation, and one thing I looked at it was a form of protection, but I also looked at it as it was a form of protection from the industry. I feel like he, in his mind, felt like he was smart enough if he put some gangsters around him, if they did want to, to him, sacrifice or something like that, I guess he would have people around him to prevent that. That's how I look at it. And you got to remember, when you got gangbangers around you, it is like a deterrent from handlers and things like that. So I'm pretty sure he kept the gang around him to keep those stylists and spies away from him. But recently, Akon was on the Shannon Sharp podcast, and he spoke about how he believes that Chris Brown could have been the next Michael Jackson, but basically said he had too much gangsters around him, because y'all know that Chris Brown was trying to claim blood. He turned blood, allegedly. What's up, Shay? So it is what it is. But right now, we can say Chris Brown, he's officially blackballed. He's done, y'all. I'm not gonna say he's done, but they're done with him. He on his own right now. That's a fact, because it's not a coincidence how he performed all week to be on the VMAs, and right before Sunday they canceled him, cut him out the deal, kicked him off. And now we got to go on to the next topic real quick, because this dude is sad. He pitiful too. He's falling. He thought he was a big star, but the truth of the matter is, I told you, he blew up in the pandemic. Him, Megan blew up in the pandemic. Tory Lanez went to another level in the pandemic. These are the people whose streams went through the roof, radio spins went through the roof while we was in the crib and we had nothing else to do. Now you see that we back free. Nobody cares about none of these people, because at the end of the day, they crowned them to be great rappers when they didn't really accomplish nothing anyway. They didn't. They just were social media tricksters. Another thing I got to tell you about Chris Brown, we got to understand. Let's ask the question, y'all. How could Chris Brown have 24 million subscribers on YouTube and we don't hear nothing about his album? And that's not counting his Twitter fans, his Instagram fans, and every other platform. How could a man have 24 million subs and it don't mean nothing? Just like with DaBaby. DaBaby got 9 million subs on YouTube. But I told you, even people like DaBaby, he strikes me as a dude that got a fake following too. That's why he can't sell. You got to remember something, y'all. You cannot go from having 9 million supporters to getting not even 100,000. It don't work like that. Told you, all of these people play social media games. They had corporations and companies behind them, finessing their numbers, finessing their image, and creating visual lies that make you think they were bigger than what they were. I told you, all they had to do, put that chain on them, give them a little bag, give them a couple of rentals, boost up all their numbers. Boom, there you have it. Y'all don't even know, even down, some of y'all already know this, even down the Instagram views are paid for. Instagram likes, you can pay for likes, comments, all of that paid for. All you got to do is pay attention. You'll see the blank faces, the blank pages saying generic comments. Those all paid shit. But people like DaBaby was finessed to you and made us think he'll star. But if I ask you right now to give me 5 Lil Babies or 5 DaBaby songs, you can't do it. Now you're gonna know that Crybaby song with Megan, but you ain't gonna know too many, because these people are not albums you listen to from front to back, or you even gonna like a lot of the songs. What up, Mike Flame? So I want to show you. We're gonna look at how he blackballed now, because I spoke about it yesterday. DaBaby was seen giving out free tickets at the Cheesecake Factory for his show due to extreme low attendance. Now they say he went into the Cheesecake Factory down in Tennessee and he pulled the camera out for a publicity stunt. That's why you also been seeing DaBaby. He's so low, he going on every platform now. I even see him on Mav Hoffa. You know, I seen him on, he freestyling on Funk Flex. He doing all the stuff he was not doing before. Now let's check it out, because this is a chain of events. DaBaby was seen trying to give away 30 tickets for his show at a Cheesecake Factory in Nashville. Don't forget the buy one, get one free. Also, and when he was down in New Orleans and that show he had to cancel because nobody bought no tickets. But we're going to take a look at the chain of events that led up to this, y'all. Now look, it has not been a good month for DaBaby. Earlier this month, tickets for DaBaby show in Alabama were being sold on a buy one, get one free special. And that was Alabama. Cheesecake Factory, that's Tennessee. So more than one state. Check it out. Boom. Sold on a buy one, get one free special to fill a venue with a capacity of 1,300. This week, he was seen at a Cheesecake Factory in Nashville handing out free tickets. According to a Twitter user who claimed to work at the Cheesecake Factory location, the baby had gone into the restaurant the day before. The following day, he brought in a cameraman to capture what he thought could have been an iconic moment. Now check it out. Back in 2021, the baby received much backlash after making homophobic comments. Boom. Now, this is where his demise started, when he made them homophobic comments. And he did it at the Rolling Loud Festival, which I know is a big festival that takes place every year. In an interview with Ebro in the morning recently, because he's been making radio runs, he revealed the comments cost him over 100 million. Now, I'm going to be honest. See, I'm going to show you right there. That's how dudes be lying. I'm going to say it might have cost you about 5 million, maybe 3 million, but it ain't cost you no 100 million, bro. You're lying. Because in order for it to cost you 100 million, you had to already be worth 100 million, or at least half of 100 million. It ain't cost you no 100 million. So once again, I'm going to show you how they play with numbers. Also, don't forget, his whole career started off him allegedly shooting somebody in a Walmart. That's his gimmick. That was his claim to fame. That's what got him trending in the game. It wasn't really his music. It was the finesse game of social media. Also, let's not forget, how you start is how you're going to end. So if you started trending off shooting somebody, then you're going to fall because you can't keep that going. Also, it's called karma. Well, you might have got away with shooting that man, but now your career is being shot. That's how it works. So let's continue on, because we see where he started getting messy at and he started taking his downfall. Now, look, he claimed he lost 100 million. And as you see, he's been bootlicking and he's been apologizing, trying to get back in graces, but it ain't working. He said, I take accountability for everything, every single bit of it, the baby said. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but most importantly, knowing on hindsight, when you get to a certain level in this business, you held accountable for different levels of things. No, that ain't it. You ain't get to no certain level. You said something about the rainbow community and you said it real reckless at a show and you got real extra and they had to shut you down because you ain't understand that they run that game. They got clout. That's all that was. You did it to yourself. All you had to do is shut up and you had to say nothing about that. And we're going to take a look at what he said. We're going to take a look at what he said. They got him officially blackballed because the baby is blackballed like Chris Brown. But the only thing with the baby, he blackballed worse and he don't got Chris Brown money. That's a fact. So let's continue on, fam. Look, this is the timeline of the baby's homophobic comments and controversy. Now, beginning with the baby's homophobic remarks at Rolling Loud to defenders and detractors, here's a look at how things have unfolded after the rapper's comments. The baby, who took to the Ciroc stage right after Megan, surprised attendees by bringing out Tory Lanez. Let's pause right there. Now you got to remember, this event happened the year after Tory Lanez was accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. So to be funny, the baby brought out Tory Lanez on the stage after Megan left. And he also made these particular comments. So let's look. The rock star rapper didn't stop there. And what came next fueled criticism and clips from the live stream performance. The baby made homophobic and misogynistic comments. And this is what he said. If you didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, or any of them deadly sexual transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 to 3 weeks, then put your cell phone lighters up. Do you see how extra he went? Now, you know, when you go to the show, for people that been, you've seen a show where they might say, if you got a job, put your lighter up. If you smoke weed, put your, you know how that go. But he went super extra. And as you see what he said, if you didn't show up today with AIDS, HIV, or any of them deadly sexual transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 or 3 weeks, you see he was ranting and he was getting reckless. And then he said this right here, ladies, if your pee smell like water, put your cell phone lighters up. Now, that's fair. But what he said right here got him in trouble. Fellas, if you ain't sucking, you know what, in the parking lot, put your cell phone lighters up. That's what got him in trouble. That part right there. That was the main part. That was the so-called slur that got him cooked. So as you see, he went a little too far. Meaning, in that world he in the industry, He went too far. And that was his start. That was the start of his downfall right here. Remember, he got canceled. Then they made him apologize. They let him shine a little bit more. Then they shut his ass back down, as you see right here. Now, guess what? When he was at Rolling Loud, he ain't had to say all of that. All he had to do was say was put your lighters up. But he went extra. And therefore, he got canceled. And he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. He not coming back. He trying, but he ain't coming back. You know what he got to do? He got to put that skirt on. He got to put that dress on. Y'all know that. Or he got to do something real funny. You know that. Or maybe somebody around him magically got a pass or something. I don't know. But look who has something to say. Mr. T.I. also has something to say. And the day after the baby performance, the actor, rapper, see the key thing they said about T.I.? They ain't say rapper. They said actor, rapper. How many movies T.I. did? He did Taken. He did a few, but I could have sworn he did more raps than acting, right? But you see, they called him an actor because that man is an actor. That's what he is. He always been an actor, disguised as a trapper. That's why when T.I. didn't go according to what they wanted him to do, they put him in jail. And even though he got caught with all them guns, silencers, all type of military weapon, he got only a couple months in jail. Because he's an actor. He is one of the biggest frauds that ever touched the rap game. But let's see what the fraud had to say. The day after the baby performance, actor and rapper T.I. shared nearly 5.5-minute video in which he defended his fellow artists while also sharing his respect for openly gay artists such as Lil Nas X, Frank Ocean. Pause. Did not tell you they are the masters of talking sideways, not sideways, talking out two sides. A snake got two tongues, so therefore they are very crafty at talking two ways at once. So he took the chance to get clout off the baby and said, okay, I'm going to support him. But at the same time, he co-signed Lil Nas X. Check it out. He said, if you're going to have the Lil Nas X video and him living his truth, you're going to damn sure have people like dababy who going to speak their truth, he said. Ain't nothing wrong with none of it. And he said, it ain't got to be no hate. Meaning, he's saying, I agree with dababy, but I also agree with Lil Nas X. And as long as you live in your truth, I'm cool. It's okay. But my point is, I just wanted you to see how he had to make sure he put his 2 cents in that conversation because he's a fraud too. And we know he almost got me too with him and his wife. That's just what it is. What's up? What's up, family? I see y'all. What's up, Jeanette? dababy getting everything he deserves. Common just catching up with his abusive ass. That's a fact. Y'all remember he was pulling all them shenanigans, acting like he fighting in a bowling alley. Everything dababy did was a publicity stunt on social media. And he used that as clout. Then he gonna sit here and tell us he lost 100 million. Bro, you was never worth 100 million. There was nobody gonna give you no $100 million. All right, let's stop playing. You was just somebody that got hot in a pandemic. You had a push. You did a lot of features, and that's about it. You're a grown man that call yourself dababy. You are a jester and a clown in the real world. So therefore, you was only going to get but so far. That's why I told you, he's not Chris Brown. Why? Generations of people grew up to Chris Brown. Chris Brown got a fan base from teenagers to people in their 50s or were probably older than that. Chris Brown actually got talent. Chris Brown make a lot of music. You're not Chris Brown. So therefore, you were in the microwave era and you got big-headed. That's why you sick right now and you're blackballed. That's why you walking around giving out tickets at the Cheesecake Factory. And people don't, and they saying people don't even want the tickets and they free. But that's how it happened. Lady Love said, bye. Said, boy, bye. He out of here. He ain't no good. What up, Hurricane? But we had to take a look at this stuff. Now that we done with this, we got to take a look at some of the real stuff. It's Saturday, y'all, so we cruising today. Everybody make sure you have a good day and a good weekend. But you know I'm going to pull up. We're going to vibe. You know, I've been gone a week. But let's go back to some more confirmation on what your boy already been talking about. Let's take a look. As you see, FBI extremely concerned by TikTok. Told y'all. Told people. You scared of this app, you scared of that app, you doing this, but you on TikTok. In my opinion, for when I'm analyzing, TikTok might be the most hottest app in America. And if you on TikTok, you might already be in an FBI database. because the ex-president already told you about TikTok. He actually banned it. The other president opened it up, and when the other president opened it up, everybody hopped on it. And now it is being ridiculed and being watched and being looked at by the FBI. Then you also got to remember who I told you the real war is on, in my opinion. So therefore, you're being watched and you're being classified. And it all goes together. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. When we looking at certain apps, like I told you, when you're verified on certain apps, you good money. On TikTok, you're not verified. TikTok is ran from overseas, if I'm not mistaken, China, something like that. So when you're on that app, and we got to remember something, I'm going to tell y'all something else. You got to remember, please pay attention. You notice on TikTok, it's been all of these truth tellers. I told you a lot of them are suspect. Some of them are agents getting you to get intrigued with all that truth telling. You download it from TikTok to your phone. You sharing it. Now you look like you're a conspiracy theorist that's anti-government. That's how you get caught up in that loop. I told you that. You got to remember, the truth is power. When you're dealing with the truth, you have to be cautious on how you receive it and how you put it out. And when I've seen a lot of people on TikTok allegedly telling the truth, and they do that same thing where they be pointing, and y'all know I'm talking about. If the video be playing and they start pointing, they be like, listen, and they point to their head, they be like, listen, pay attention. All of them be looking like frauds to me. Now, some of them are probably real, but I understand that some of them are agents. Some of them are trying to get you stirred up in that anti-government behavior so you can get classified on the FBI list. And that's why I told you got to watch TikTok. I've been telling y'all this a minute. That's right, Pillsbury. China runs TikTok and stealing information all over the world. Facts. But people are on TikTok, but they're scared of every other app. And I'm trying to tell you, you going backwards. I mean, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just trying to tell you it's a different warfare. You got to stop being tricked. Like we was tricked to think one thing about Clubhouse, but we was tricked to think TikTok is okay. When actually Clubhouse is safer than TikTok. Those are facts. But it's not even about TikTok being safe. It's about how they classifying people. Now let's continue on. I'm going to show you something. This is one of the main reasons why I pulled up, because I want to show y'all these facts. Now check it out. Now look. Who do you see on TikTok? Now, mind you, always look at the news. Always look at the people covering the story. The Independent, right? But now look, NBC News. FBI raises national security. Do you know what risk of national security mean? How do y'all know what that means? Anytime you see national security, just understand that applies to FEMA and camps. Just understand what's going on. So they are labeling TikTok as a form of terrorism. And due to the fact they got truth tellers on there, people like Alex Jones. See, Alex Jones in court right now, but you got a lot of mini-me's, and people think they smart and everybody look. That whole woke movement is classified as like an anti-government. That's why you got to stay out of groups, stay out of organizations. But that ain't the point. The point is they're going to label that as federal activity, anti-governments, because it's not verified. I'm just trying to show y'all the narrative that's going on and what I be trying to say, that if you're not verified, you can be classified as anti-American, anti-government, conspiracy theorist, hater, agitator. You get put on a list. And not only that, all your information is compromised. So I don't care who you are, what you got going on. If you got that app on your phone, just understand TikTok has information to your bank account, your credit cards, and everything else you do on your phone. These are actual facts, because the government is not protecting you from TikTok. And all you got to understand is your boy Moneybag, your boy Moneybag Joe is the one that said, go on TikTok. It's all good, y'all. You got to understand that. That's why I keep telling people, y'all got to stop falling the victim out here, man, because they bank on us not knowing. And I'm telling you, from what I've been peeping, it's all of them. I know some of y'all be on there. My point is this. You ain't think it's funny how all of these so-called truth tellers on there revealing all this government information about this, that, and the third. But anytime you speaking on government information, right, you can get put in that category. That's why I gotta say that I love America. I ain't got no beef with America. You know what I'm saying? I just want my piece of the rock. You feel me? I just want what's owed to me. My point is this. Now you're getting classified. And you got to remember what people don't remember. Under national security risk, they can knock on your door and say, we have to talk to you. And that's all they have to do. They already broke down once you get in that national security stuff. It's no telling when they're going to let you go. It ain't no bond. It ain't none of that. You get jacked up. And what happens to you after that, nobody knows. All right. These are facts. This is why when you see this, mind you, this is within the past 24 hours, 2 days. This is real news right here, but it's not being spoken of. Why? Because they don't want you to take that app off your phone. They want you to keep indulging in TikTok. Remember when I explained to y'all months ago, TikTok was promoting death. A lot of kids have died trying to follow TikTok challenges. A lot of people have went through a lot over that. Just telling you. So you got to pay attention. I just wanted to show y'all those facts. TikTok is basically labeled, or I'm going to say this. Just understand that it's being watched. That's it. It's being watched, and that's it. Don't get classified. So if you're going to be on there, do what you do. But if you was wise, I'd just be in the bushes. I wouldn't be sharing all that stuff. I wouldn't be doing too much. Because you got to remember this too. They already know that what? Everybody has been taking the TikTok information and sharing it on Facebook and Instagram, which is Mark Zuckerberg, which is Google, which is the government. So this is how they hit. So now when you into that truth and you into those conspiracies, now you're flagged, meaning you're being watched. You're being watched. And that's how it works, y'all. All right. I'm just letting you know. Take it with a grain of salt. You grown, you do what you do. Just don't say you ain't know. So as you see, also different things are going on in politics. Also, back to TikTok, people are also using this to speak against it's a lot of politics going on TikTok, meaning you got people using it to speak about Trump. You got people using it to speak about Joe. A lot of anti-government behaviors going on. All right. I told you the country is beefing with itself. Now look, check it out, y'all. Now look, this what the people saying. As you see the complexion of the avatars, all right. Pay attention. Now, we know this Hunter Biden thing been going on, but they say they ain't nothing but a distraction. These Hunter Biden laptop investigations are going to really bring down inflation and gas prices. You see the sarcasm? Meaning, Mr. Rick Wilson knows it's an inflation going on. It's some real stuff going on, and people getting distracted with what's on Hunter Biden's laptop. The same way people was distracted what was on Hillary's email. And guess what? You're never going to know everything. You're only going to know what you're told. You're only going to know just a little bit to keep you intrigued, because I told you life is the movie. Now check it out. Dash, the next person, Dabrowski. As you see what he say, Republicans spent the last 3 years spreading Hunter Biden conspiracies. Then they lost the Senate House, presidency, the Senate again, and almost the House again yesterday. The GOP began spreading Hunter Biden conspiracies. They are handing Democrats 2024 on a silver platter. So I want y'all to see that other people are paying attention to what's going on, and they see the key thing in this whole thing right here. He said what? These Hunter Biden laptop investigations are going to really bring down inflation and gas prices, huh? He's trying to be funny, let you know that at the end of the day, inflation is going up, and so is gas prices. Meanwhile, America is going in the gutter. That's what they're trying to tell you. That's why when I spoke about this months ago, and there ain't no sign of things going to change. Guess what, y'all? They saying we still at the beginning of this thing. So everything you see now, just know we at the beginning. They are 2 years late with Hunter laptop. Exactly. That's why they dragging it out. They dragging it out. And what's been spoken of, this inflation, we only at the beginning, y'all. It ain't really get started yet. It's just now starting to cook. Because you got to remember, We at the midterm of Biden's term. So the first 2 years might have been a little bit gravy, right? But the last 2 years, that third and fourth quarter of this term is when it's going to get different. And especially probably within this third year we about to hit in, it's going to get different. So that's why we really just start off with this whole inflation thing. You got to understand what's popping. It's just starting. So therefore, if you already witnessing hard times right now, it's not going to get better no time soon. Understand that. Because in my opinion, the one who comes in 2024 is going to be the hero to stop everything that's going on. Meaning the person at 2024 is going to make the changes. Will let me know, allegedly, my opinion, this stuff is going to get worse before 2024. That's how I see it. Therefore, you have to put your boots on and you got to get down and dirty and you got to get what's yours the right way. You got to get right out here. I'm trying to tell you, a lot of stuff don't mean nothing but what the country is going through right now. That is the real talk. That is the real thing. Everything else is irrelevant. I'm telling you. You don't got to take my word for it. So something else big happened in America. Nobody talking about, nobody really knows about. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all know this right here. Cryptocurrency called FTX. It has collapsed. A cryptocurrency company has collapsed. You know what that means? My people that know finances know what that means. That means a lot of people got robbed. Now, they're being sued because it's the same company that used all these celebrity faces. Now, y'all already know a million times how they play the game. They use the celebrity face to get you intrigued, to get you to put your money up, to get you to spend your money. What's up, Miss Deja? And now, mind you, this FTX company, I do remember seeing a commercial with Steph Curry, him and Shaq. And Steph was like, oh, it's easy, man. I just put my money into it, bang. Making it sound all simple, marketing it to black people. And they also use Tom Brady and Giselle. But the point of the matter is, they being sued. It's a list of them being sued. Tom Brady, Giselle, Steph Curry, Shaq, a whole lot of them being sued. And they saying that they use these people's celebrity images to lure people in and rob them because this company, FTX Crypto, has collapsed, which means people got robbed. And they said this is one of the biggest things right now, and they keeping it under wraps. ABG, what up, bro? Where you been at? This is going on right here. That's right, Jimmy. Ponzi scheme. Legal Ponzi schemes. So guess what? Yeah, they'll rob people they might rob for $1 billion, and so what? You sue them. You might only get 500 million. You might only get 300 million, but they ran off with the rest of the money. And guess what? You see how they use Steph Curry face to do it? Now, mind you, got to remember, we already in inflation. So that means people was investing thinking they was going to have a come up. But some of these people got a downfall. And they use these people's faith. So guess what I'm looking at now, y'all? Who's to say Tom Brady and Giselle ain't staged this divorce so they can hide their money? Who's to say? I'm showing you these people are very slick and crafty. They're very slick. So who's to say Tom Brady and Giselle ain't come with this fake ass divorce so they can hide their money because they know they got big lawsuits on their head? It's getting ugly out here, y'all. Told you it's a lot of in-house fighting, a lot of corruption, a lot of stealing, thievery, finessing, and all of that. They all doing it. The millionaires are scrapping because they trying to get their money in order because their generational wealth is in jeopardy. They're starting to realize it now. They thought they had enough money to sit on their ass and their kids was going to be straight. Now they see that ain't the case. It's not that possible no more. So that's why I'm showing y'all this is the real news. The real news that's really in the real world that the so-called white people talking about is this right here, FTX, and this right here, TikTok. So that's what's going on. And thank your boy, thank your people. That's what it is. You should already know. You should already know. That's why we sitting here dry and we don't know what's going on and we have nothing and we don't know when nothing coming no time soon because, you know, they've been playing. Period. That's what's been going on. Just like it ain't no coincidence. We see this meme with the baby and we seen what? The baby recently got his own day in Atlanta. And don't forget that Atlanta is the place where Trump accused of playing games in politics, allegedly. A lot of stuff going on. But anyway, let's continue on. There's something else we got to look at because this applies to what's going on. S-Dub, what's up, S-Dub? That's right. The biggest perpetrators of the Ponzi scheme. That's right. Get the money and get low. Get the money and hide out because you ain't seen Miss Kamala yet. You ain't been seeing her. She been laying low. And they all been laying low and they've been out the way, keeping you distracted with takeoff and everything else. Anyway, y'all, let's continue on because this goes with what was being said when we speak about how the game is over. Now, look, New York City drug trafficker dead in gun battle with NYPD, federal, state law officers during Upper Manhattan undercover sting. Pause right there. What did I read yesterday, y'all? Did we not read and pay attention to what Trump said about what? Drug dealers should receive the what? Death penalty. Now, this drug trafficker, what happened to him? He got the death penalty. What happened? He got killed in a gun battle, allegedly. But see, I told you they talk two ways. When Trump said that drug dealers should face the death penalty, that also could mean that when they come to get you, something weird might happen, and you might not even make it to the courthouse. This is just my proof when I told people that the drug game was over. I'm going to keep showing you the proof. And he's a drug trafficker. You got to remember, drug traffickers are the real drug dealers they're talking about. They are the big ones. But it ain't no coincidence how they went to go catch a drug dealer. He's dead now. So when it said that they want drug dealers to get the death penalty, let this be an example right here. This drug dealer got the death penalty. He got killed. Hey, what's up, Danielle? What's up? So I'm just showing y'all. Mike Wilson, what's up? Just showing y'all, this was going on. This is the war right here. This is another part of the war called what? Cleaning up the streets, cleaning up the hood. Before you build, you have to destroy, clean up, and rebuild. So this is part of the wipeouts. That's all I'm saying. But don't forget, it's all about choices. So it is what it is. I ain't here to talk about no drug dealers. Now let's continue on. There's something else I wanted to talk about because recently Fat Joe came out and explained how $20 million deal got blown. Now, we didn't know that Fat Joe's supposed to have his own line of Jordans for $20 million. But what happened is 50 Cent messed the deal up. And I just wanted to show y'all how that hating, beefing is never good for business. So recently, Fat Joe was talking about this because I'm pretty sure he regrets this deal. So at the end of the day, Mike had to tell that boy, Fat Joe, you know I love you, but the deal is off the table. So we're going to take a look at what happened. Now, look, Michael Jordan had canceled the deal with Fat Joe. While pulling out of the deal, Michael Jordan repeatedly said, you know I love you, Big Joe, but you're too hot right now. I wanted to do it, but I'm not into all that rap beef. With all this controversy, we can't do the sneaker anymore. So now you see Fat Joe was supposed to have his own line of Jordans. He was supposed to have special Jordans, a Jordan deal, 20 million blown. And I wanted to show people this, that when you ignorant, when you always dealing with street activity, when you always beefing, you're never going to prosper. You're going to lose more than you're going to gain. And I told you 50 Cent is the master that started all that beef and shit in the industry, as far as trying to monetize beef. So when 50 Cent was beefing with Fat Joe, it might have helped him out, but it helped ruin Fat Joe. $20 million. Do you know what this $20 million deal would have turned into today? That's why I try to tell people the choices you make today is going to affect you for the rest of your life. But when we going through it, we don't look at it like that. We don't look at it like that. Also, I always stress to people, life is about opportunities. Opportunities come and go. Don't live your life with regrets by making the wrong choices and decisions. But I wanted y'all to see how 50 Cent is a black cloud, and wherever he go, negative happens. Therefore, nobody's supposed to prosper around him. And Fat Joe feeling that pain now, even though he good. But I'm just showing you something. After his retirement, the Jordan brand continued to excel, and Michael Jordan began signing famous athletes and celebrities to endorse his shoes. However, once Jordan dealt a $20 million blow to his friend Fat Joe due to his controversial rap beef with 50 Cent. See that? Also, remember 50 Cent had that whack-ass G-Unit sneaker with Reebok? Remember that? Maybe 50 was jealous when he heard about Joe about to get that deal with Jordan and purposely sparked a beef with him. Because what happened was when Fat Joe was on the stage at an event, 50 went on the stage and started trolling him, and it started a conflict. It started a beef. And when Jordan peeped that, he said, "Nah, Joe, I'm good." That's a fact. As Dub, after they killed Michael Jordan's father, he stayed away from all the drama no matter what. Exactly. Exactly. Now, people say that Michael Jordan is a you know what? They say he don't show no love. He's very arrogant and he's very rude. But I got to look at it. Maybe if your father got killed and you know some suspect things going on, you probably look at everybody shady too. So I look at the big picture. I probably understand why he probably don't even like celebrities for real. He probably don't even like being around on fake people for real. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I get it. And like I said before, yes, Michael Jordan is in fraternity. But he don't wear it on his sleeve like that. He don't walk around with paraphernalia on and bragging about the fraternities he down with. His fraternity is Jordan, that sneaker brand. So it is what it is. Anyway, let's take a look at what came after Joe lost the deal. See? He still got cool with 50 after that. And it was said that 50 wanted to fight Fat Joe, but Fat Joe ain't want to fight. You see how these rap dudes are clowns? You see how they have no morals and principles, don't stand on nothing? How many of y'all would be cool? What up, Wax Dog? What's popping? Salute. How many of y'all would be cool with somebody if they blew your $20 million deal? How many of y'all? Talk to me. Holla. How many of y'all would be cool with somebody if they fucked up $10,000 of your money? Well, as you see, Fat Joe was cool with 50 after that. Because it was said that 50 was that Fat Joe was scared of 50. That's what was said. That's all alleged. I ain't saying it's fact, but he made sure he got cool with 50. And that's after he blew his $20 million deal. Because it was the beef that blew the deal. But after the deal, as you see to this day, they're cool because they rock with the same people and under the same umbrella. And the only reason why I'm putting up this picture, because you see Fat Joe, 50 Cent, and that guy right there, that's Fred the Godson. And Fred the Godson, he's dead. He allegedly died of C-19 in the pandemic. So that's why I put this picture up, because I said, wow, Fred the Godson ain't even here no more. So rest in peace to Fred the Godson. And who's to say what happened with him? And that's that on that. But I just had to show y'all that all that beefing, it messes up money. And that's why Jordan ain't want no parts of Fat Joe. But let's say if Fat Joe had a $20 million deal on the table in 2005, 18 years later, that quick, that $20 million deal would have probably been worth $200 million now. See? So now you see why Fat Joe got to still be on Instagram doing lives. He got to be on YouTube trying to get trending because he understands that he missed a lot of money. That's it. So the lesson of that is don't blow your opportunity. And that's it for today. Saturday. Thank everybody for pulling up. I'm happy to see all y'all. All y'all been holding me down, holding it down, saluting. Look, the chat y'all been doing y'all thing, vibing out. If you watch Power, 50 Cent tell you who he is. That's a fact. It ain't no coincidence, y'all, how in the movie or in the TV show he picked the name Canaan. Don't never forget that. Canaan killed Abel, his brother. And all 50 Cent been promoting his whole career is killing his brothers. Don't forget that. That's why I told you. It's certain things you could betray, and they'll blow you up off of that, off your music, your image. It's depending on what you pushing. If I push some evil, they'll push me. If I push some wickedness, they're gonna push me. Yeah, that's how it works. So every day 50 know that's why you understand. See, people praise 50 for his TV shows, but he understands the formula. What's his formula? All I gotta do is put some killing, some drug dealing. I put a lot of sex. I'm gonna always have a TV show. Why the fuck you think all his TV shows look exactly the same? They just changed the name. Power, 50, Power, BMF, Raising Canaan. All of them shits is the same show, y'all. Power Book 1 and 2, they all the same show. He just switches up things, same formula, because he understands this what works. I got rich off selling niggas' dreams of me getting shot and dying, promoting violence. So now I'm in the film industry. I'm going to do the same thing. That's all he does. But they understand that. You're not going to like the TV show. You're not going to like the series unless you see some people dying, unless it's some hellified drama going on, some beef, and what else always in 50 Cent shows? Not only deceivement, but what? Betrayal. All his TV shows, it got to have betrayal in it. Because you always have the image in your mind of betrayal. At the end of the day, it's all about you betraying your people. So that's why that narrative has to always be pushed to betrayal. Remember, it ain't a good TV show, it ain't a good movie unless it got some betrayal in it and some death. You get it? And some sex. That's the only way we gonna watch it. Well, that's what they think anyway. That's the stereotype. If it ain't that, we ain't gonna watch it, y'all. See how they put us in the box? But that's how Hollywood been working, and 50 Cent been know that formula. That's why you see now his TV shows are getting dry, they're boring, and they're lame because it's the same thing over and over again, just a different title. That's it. You gotta remember that, y'all. We was taught betrayal. We was actually taught betrayal. That was one of the reasons why I paid in full. Matter of fact, y'all know every goddamn movie that we love, it got betrayal in it. Remember, that's why I be talking about the hater. The hater is the betrayer. Remember in Menace? Remember Chauncey played the role of the hater, Clinton Powell, where he always was threatening them with giving that tape back to the police? Yeah. Don't people do that to this day? You got niggas that still do that, don't they? Every movie had betrayal in it. What you think Juice was? Betrayal. Tupac killing his same friends he grew up with. I told you that was the movie that put all that stuff in our head of killing our friends and beefing with people you went to school with. You think it's a coincidence when you grew up? A lot of people, basically men, you wind up having beef with the same dudes you went to elementary school with, junior high, high school. You the same dudes you played football with as a kid, basketball. When y'all got older, y'all was trying to kill each other. It's called betrayal. That was from the movies we was watching. Juice, Menace. It was brainwashing us. See how it worked? So that's why I'm saying, y'all, we all been programmed. We've been programmed a long time. And they've been not only programming us, they've been getting paid off of us. And we thought it wasn't a good movie unless it had them elements in it. You feel me? That's how they did us, y'all. So now that we know better, we don't care about none of that stuff. It is what it is. But my point is this: you just make sure your kids know what's up. That's right, punk ass Chauncey. That's right. Yep. And you gotta remember when Clifton Powell played that role as the hater in Menace, every other role he had was starring as a hater. Because in Hollywood, you get locked into those roles. Therefore, you only can get a role on that movie. Now, if Clinton Powell wanted to do a good movie, portraying a role of a good black man, they're not going to let him get that role because his job is to play the hater. The same way with Omar from the Wire, he dead. See that? He only can play dirty, dark roles. That's how you get classified. That's how it works. That's how it works. So you see a lot of actors' career be over with because they don't want to keep getting stuck in them stupid ass roles because some of them become woke and they say, no, I don't want to keep playing the bad guy. Give me another role. Let me show my real talent. They say, nah, you got to be the bad guy or you can't get the movie role. That's how it worked, y'all. That's the shit they've been doing. So that's the only thing. That's the only credit I give Ice Cube. He was trying to change the narratives with those barbershops, with those what's that with the that trip, the road trip. He was trying to change the narratives of Hollywood the best he could. He was still playing the game, but Ice Cube understood those images. And that's why I told you they've been killing with images, brainwashing. So what's up, Natasha? That's what all the movies was about, betrayal. But like I say, all you gotta do to go back to every movie, betrayal. Let me make one up now. Okay, let's think of Set It Off. What was the betrayal in that movie? You gotta remember at the end when they started beefing, that's where they all got locked up right after that. Remember? Where they started beefing with each other. Also, you gotta remember, Set It Off was the first time we ever in our life on the screen seen what? A lesbian role. That's the first time we ever seen that in the movies. We ain't never seen nothing like that. We knew it was going on, but we didn't see it like that. That was the first. That movie showed you Queen Latifah selling out. And then what happened years later? Did not Queen Latifah come out and let it be known what she really was? But she played that role because it was about putting that in the psyche. Don't ever forget, I'm not going to give Ice Cube no pass. Let me rewind. Do you remember Players Club? Players Club was the blueprint on how to be a stripper. That's why most women that became strippers, they watched Players Club when they was younger. Players Club is the book, the encyclopedia, the blueprint on how to become a stripper. That's what Ice Cube did. Players Club. All of those movies, that also was a New Line film. That also might have been a Harvey Weinstein production. All I know is all of those black movies that came out in the 90s was strictly based on programming. It was programming disguised as comedy, disguised as drama, but it all promoted agendas. Every last black movie, you go back to it now, you'll see through that shit clear as day. Why you think every movie promoted black men as cheaters, dogs, waiting to exhale? Get it? All the movie, all that was about bashing. Black man, he ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was about. And then the comedy movies were straight cooning. But those are all the movies we all love. I know every black movie by heart. I'm gonna be honest. I know every black movie by heart, damn near word for word. Because that's how much I was in the movies. That's how much I know. You feel me? A lot of time when we were smoking that green, we watching the movies. You know that. But the whole time they was putting all that stuff in our head. And guess what? All of them stereotypes we see in the movies in the 90s, all of them stereotypes are now sticking to us as a people. That's a fact. So when I told y'all Hollywood is done, because guess what? They already accomplished what they wanted to set out. They put out every movie to push every agenda they wanted to push. They used every actor up to their last drop to perform these acts. Now that the acts they wanted to promote are already embedded in our brain through a 30-year process, because I always go back to 91, 92 when Boys in the Hood came out. And we now see 30 years of programming through movies. Don't forget, I'm not even going to get into that whole Tyler Perry programming. That whole Tyler Perry programming turned up in the Abomination era. So you got to remember, every movie Tyler Perry was putting out was stereotyping us. Even to the TV show with the mom was a crackhead and she didn't have her kids. You get it? He was promoting everything foul. That's what Precious was about. Oh, it was about them foul ass images. And then that movie White Chicks, it came on last night. That was the movie to promote what you see now. Y'all already know. So you gotta remember that movie White Chicks was going into the brain of little kids back 10, 15 years ago. So when you see what you see now, you got to understand that was a process. Hollywood, they did their job. Now Hollywood is over with. That's why I told you none of them black actors are going to get no more prominent roles ever again in their life. From the Tay Diggs, Omar Epps, name them all. You see them all scrambling now. Lorenz Tate. You keep naming them. They all, Gabrielle Union, they all, Sanaya Lathan, all of them, they all been used up. They don't need them no more. You get it? And they never made it to Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt status. That's why they all the ones scrambling now. They doing plays, commercials, and they got to hold on to the little property they got. Most of them are really in hiding right now. That's why you don't see them. So Netflix has replaced Hollywood. Only way you're going to get some shine now, they got to do a straight to Netflix deal, which is a lower bag. They're never going to get $1 million close to that. They're going to have to get a little 50,000, 30,000, stuff like that. Maybe you see Ghost. Did you not see Ghost Left Power? Why? Because he couldn't get no real money. That man was a movie actor. He couldn't get no real money. So 50 said, you know what? I ain't giving you nothing. Therefore, you see what happened to Ghost after Power. You see he ain't really getting nowhere, did he? Because that shit over with. Oh, we already know what happened to Wesley Snipes. That's a fact, Shay. I'm going to tell you what happened to Wesley Snipes for those that don't know. He started listening to the Moors. He started following certain information, and he didn't know what he was doing. And he listened to the Moors, you know, being that it said we from America, things of that nature, we ain't got to pay no taxes. He actually believed it and was not paying no taxes, meaning he took their word for granted, didn't do his research, and he went years without paying his taxes, and that's what got Wesley Snipes' ass locked up, trying to be a Moor. That's a fact. He was trying to be a Moor. And they knew he was dealing with these organizations, therefore they had to spank him and put his ass in jail. Now you see, Wesley Snipes can't get a role, but don't forget that's part of his karma too, because there was a time in Wesley Snipes' career he was talking down on black women. He was talking about how black women ratchet, they hard to get along with, and he made it a point to never ever date a black woman, and that's part of his karma too. Don't forget that. So that's why Wesley Snipes where he at too. So a lot of them that's blackballed, messed up, don't get it fucked up. They brought it on themselves. A lot of them brought it on themselves. That's just a fact. And they rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Because remember, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. And in Hollywood, when you don't know the right people and you rub a lot of people the wrong way, you get blackballed. So that's what this is about. Blackballed. And blackballed is real. And like I said earlier, for those that just pulled up, Chris Brown is officially blackballed. It is official. It ain't no more asking. Is it? No, he's blackballed. He got kicked off the American Music Awards. He was rehearsing for a whole week straight. Then as we got closer to Sunday, which is tomorrow, they canceled him. He's not performing. He is not performing. He's done. They're not dealing with him. They kicked him off the show without explanation, meaning they didn't even give him an explanation. They just said, man, your services are no longer needed here, Chris Brown. And I'm pretty sure they used his name to promote the event the whole time and sell them tickets. And as you see, Chris Brown has been canceled. The industry canceled him. The media canceled him. The other fan base canceled him, meaning the other people. You know what that is. And as they say, his talent, hard work, and consistency and dedicated love from his fans is what kept him going. Also, I spoke about how he dropped the album recently, Breezy, with 24 tracks. He got features with Lil Durk, Fabio Foreign, Lil Wayne, Young Blue, Her. Y'all know Her is known. You know Bryson Tiller is loved by a lot of. He got a fan. Everybody on here got a fan base. ESTG, all these people got a fan base. Jack Harlow, the new white boy that's trending heavy, they got fan bases. But none of these fan bases and collaborations helped his album get no light. You know why? Because he blackballed. And I asked the question earlier, how many of y'all heard any one of these songs on the radio? Out of 24 tracks, did you hear one? If you didn't hear at least one, he is blackballed. And they said you're not going to make a comeback off the American Music Award, because the American Music Award is the cosign that stamps you around the globe. And if the American Music Awards was to crown Chris Brown as the new Michael Jackson, then his fan base will go to another level and he will be praised at another level. Therefore, they said you're not going to get that Michael Jackson energy. You're not going to perform. You're going to be where we want you at, blackballed. That's what's going on with Chris Brown, y'all. It's official. He's blackballed. He's going to still be all right because he got a fan base. But like I said earlier, Chris Brown on the Masters, if I was him, I would go somewhere to a secret location and I just get low. I'll just leave the country. That's what I would do if I was him. And I'll leave with my masters. You feel me? That's what I would do. Another thing, it is now in stone, y'all. It is official. DaBaby is officially blackballed. He's done. He can't give away no tickets. I know ain't nobody buying no album. Ain't nobody downloading no music. He was seen at the Cheesecake Factory handing out tickets, and he was doing a publicity stunt because he had the nerve to have his cameraman filming him giving out tickets. And they said that them tickets sat in that Cheesecake Factory and none of the workers wanted them. Also, it's been said that all of this happened also after he had a buy one, get one free ticket special. That didn't work. But when he made that rant about the rainbow people, or when he made those particular comments, that was the start of his ending. And that's when he was doing too much to some people, and that's when his downfall started. So as we see, as he said right here, this is what got him canceled. I don't want to keep repeating it because I ain't trying to get canceled. Now look, they say he made homophobic and misogynistic comments. And he said, mind you, he said this at the show, at the crowd. If you did not show up today with those deadly diseases, as you see right here, he said, any of these deadly diseases, transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 or 3 weeks, put your cell phone light up. You know how they say, put your lighter up. He was basically trying to rock the crowd, telling them, if you ain't got HIV, put your lighters up. He said that. Okay, boom. Then he said, ladies, if your private parts smell like water, put your lighters up. Put your cell phone lighter up. But he also said, fellas, if you're not in the parking lot giving brain, put your lighters up. And that was a comment that got him in trouble. And then he also made other comments after that. But since then, he's been canceled. Also, don't forget, he said this at the Rolling Loud concert. He said it after Megan Thee Stallion had just left the stage. He got on stage after Megan left with Tory Lanez, the man accused of shooting her. So he might have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Therefore, he's blackballed. DaBaby is now a crybaby, and he's trying to make amends and get back good, but his career is officially over. And it's no coincidence all of this happening in the inflation, because the music genre of hip-hop is being canceled. Let me tell y'all something else about this hip-hop thing, which you got to peep what's going on. In New York City, they're about to open up the hip-hop museum. In Atlanta, T.I. Hip-hop Museum. Y'all not paying attention. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking to my older heads now. What is a museum for? A museum is only created or needed when particular cultures are dead. Particular cultures, particular people are dead. They get put in a museum. Or when something is becoming scarce and limited, they get put in a museum. I'm going to say this for the 1,000th time. In the movie Demolition Man, they showed where there was no more black people left on the earth. And the only thing, Wesley Snipes was supposed to be the last black man on the earth that was a criminal that broke out of jail. And the only remain left was a fucking museum with hip-hop in it, gang banging, and Wesley Snipes walked through the museum, and the only contact or idea he had of what existed on the planet was in the museum, looking at what black people used to be like in the 80s, 90s, and stuff like that. And everybody walking around in Demolition Man was all foreigners. So I know why they building museums, because they're trying to say that it's over with. They're trying to say this thing is over. The hip-hop rap thing is over. So therefore, we have to create a museum. Those who know about the Museum of Natural History, and I don't care where you're from in America, your city got a museum. What does the museum represent? The past. Things that are already gone, dead. You get it? So being that hip-hop is turning 50 this year, Shay, they're also giving hip-hop a burial. You don't got to take my word for it. All you got to do is pay attention. They're burying hip-hop right now. And at the same time, you know what they're doing? Bringing back all the old music, double charging for all the old music. They're bringing back all the records out, all the tapes. Those are now collectibles. This is what's going on right now, y'all. That's why they're not giving out no more big budgets. And they have made rap something else. They made it now. Anybody could do it. It's not based on talent no more. It's not based on how nice you are with the beats. It's a joke now. It's a mockery. It's a game. They actually destroyed it on purpose because they knew that they was going to bury it. That's what all this is about. And you got to remember, our people, including myself, we have spent, well, not my whole life, but as a whole, it has been 30 years spent of people trying to be rappers. And people was trying to be rappers instead of trying to be fathers, husbands, dads, you get it? Working men, tax-paying citizens. We all wanted to be rappers and drug dealers. It was cool then. But when you look back years now, you now can see where all that got us. So I told you, these people put 30-year plans into play. They are the most patientest people on the planet. They put 30-year plans into effect. That's the whole science of the pyramid. We know about numbers like 33, all these different numbers. Well, look at 30 years, something like 33, something in that 30 range. And they will wait 30 years to execute a plan. Half the technology we got is 30 years old already. We had these conversations. The internet is not new. The internet is now perfected. The internet was out in the 90s. You got to remember, in the 90s, late 80s, if you were broke and poor, you could not afford a computer. Let's stop playing. Some people, let's stop playing. They did not get on the internet until the internet was put on cell phones. Let's not play. If you couldn't afford a computer or laptop and pay for that service, your ass was not on the internet. But the internet is nothing new. They just understand that they were able to use the internet as a device. And you see exactly what it's doing now. But it took them damn near 30 years to get it how they want to get it now. Get it? Now you understand they're already steps ahead. That's why I told you the only way to level the playing field is you got to be smart and you got to think 10 steps ahead, because they not playing. So when we keep hearing about, like, you know, these inflation, all these different things, it's not just talk no more, y'all. Therefore, I'm going to always tell my people, just get in position. And the number one thing, all you really got to do is just stay out the way and pay attention and get what's yours. Don't worry about everybody else or what they doing. That's all you really got to do. Make your moves. Make moves, don't fake moves. That's it. And the day is over with. Saturday. And I think we had a decent episode today. Look, I appreciate everybody that's been supporting me and been there since day one, in between, the last day, end day, whatever. Y'all know what's up. We all here. But like I say, I can never thank the people enough. I can't thank y'all enough, because y'all been solid. Y'all been holding me down. Y'all been going hard for me. Y'all been going hard with me. And I'm always going to appreciate that. So when the people last night asked me, I need to come on in the morning, I'm going to pull up. That's what it is. But I'm going to be honest, I was struggling this morning because there wasn't nothing to talk about. I was scanning, I was looking. I said, man, ain't really nothing to talk about. But I peeped this right here, and I said, this is kind of real. Also, for those who pulled up, let me give you this one more reminder. I'm going to give you this one more reminder before we go. Don't forget this, because I don't want you getting caught up in it. All right? Look, TikTok is officially labeled as an anti-government device app. FBI is extremely concerned by TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, you might already be in a database. You might already be being watched, especially if you like to share woke videos and indulge in a lot of anti-government material. And I told you, in my opinion, some of them dudes on TikTok are agents. Some of them women are agents. Some of them on there acting like they putting you on to the truth are agents. What they're trying to do is get you to share them videos so you get classified. That's my opinion. It ain't no coincidence. Within the past 24 hours, FBI raises national security concerns over TikTok. So when you see the word national security, that means you are a threat to America, which means you could get dealt with accordingly. You got to understand what them words mean. So if you don't mind being in a database or getting labeled under national security terms, then you stay your ass on TikTok. But I just wanted to show y'all the number one thing that makes TikTok on a federal level is not verified, which goes to the proof I was telling you. Anything that's not verified will be labeled as criminal behavior. Told you that. So I told you, you ain't got to be scared of Google, Facebook, Instagram, and Clubhouse and all this other shit. Why? They're all verified platforms. Only way you got to worry about them platforms is if you're a criminal. If you want to run, if you're a Chester, if you're a murderer, if you're a person living on a low level, you want to run, then you can't be on these social media platforms. That's understood. I get it. But if you are clean, you're legit, you got things in your name, you don't no longer have to be scared of no more platforms. And if you are, don't get on them. That is no more in between. But if you on TikTok, just understand you are labeled as a threat to national security. And not only that, you also at risk of getting your whole life hacked because you got it on your fucking phone and you got a lot of other information on your phone. You get it? So understand that. I told y'all I was watching Law and Order because I told you the new Law and Orders, all of them new FBI shows, they are putting everything in it. I saw the show where it was a hostage situation. The man had the woman hostage. The police called the woman phone that was a hostage. They did not know her effing name. They did not have her phone number, but they contacted the lady. And how you think they did it? You got to understand. See, y'all got the game backwards. You don't understand. All your information is under facial rec. And I already broke it down to you 1,000 times. If you on Instagram, they already got your face. You on Facebook, they already got your face. If they got your face, they got your phone number. They got your email. You don't understand that because you had to verify all of that, or you was going to get your account canceled. So when you verified it, they said that's you. You're already verified. So I told you, if you on Instagram, it's nowhere to run no more. If you've been on Facebook, it's nowhere to run. And why the hell you running if you ain't got nothing to hide? You get it? That's the game they playing right now, y'all. It ain't me. That's the game they playing. So therefore, TikTok is not verified. You on TikTok, you're automatically a threat to national security. So I just wanted to show y'all that I don't be freestyling. Everything that's not verified will be classified as criminal activity, a threat. And national security gets you put in a camp. That's it. Until further notice. All right. That's it. I just wanted to share that. Salute to the chat. About to get out of here. It's about to be 12 o'clock, y'all. Out familiar. What's up? What's up, people? Ebony Evans. Who else in here? Sassy, what's good? Salute, sincere. Good to see all of y'all. What up, Alan? What's up, Alan from the UK? What's up, bro? So we're going to go into this one more time. I'm going to ask y'all what y'all think. All right. I'm pretty sure y'all already know. I done showed the proof. It's Chris Brown blackballed. Y'all already know he blackballed. Chris Brown got a loyal fan base, but ain't no way you could drop an album with 24 tracks on it, features, and not one of us heard the album in public. And now he canceled. I'm going to say he blackballed. It's official. All right. DaBaby, he ain't worth talking about. He's blackballed. He doing bad. He's sad out here. Very, very sad. Also, like I said, with the economy, I showed you how the people are talking. Hold up. I showed you how the people are talking. And they speaking on how everybody's worried about all the wrong stuff. People worried about Hunter Biden laptop. And that's being said, he basically said, Rick Wilson said, people basically worried about Hunter Biden laptop, like that's going to bring down inflation and gas prices. Also, what's said right here, they say Republicans spent the last 3 years spreading Hunter Biden conspiracies, and they lost the Senate. They lost the presidency, and they lost the House. My point is this. People are mad, they're in a rage because they see what's going on. Therefore, they got people worried about Hunter Biden laptop, who killed Takeoff, and things of that nature. Meanwhile, guess what, y'all? The economy ain't getting back better no time soon. They didn't make no promises. Therefore, this stuff is going to linger on like a dark cloud for a couple more years. You know, you got to do is thank your people, holler at your people, salute everybody that voted. And that's why in this country, in this world, you get what you ask for. All right. And hopefully it's a learning lesson. Hopefully people understand that life ain't a game. But it's people that's going to play with your life. And that's why you got to pay $7 for chicken wings. And you got to pay $6 for a carton of eggs. And we know that is insanity. But that is what's going on right now. So that's why I tell y'all it ain't no more time to play. If you ain't getting to it, what you doing? What's good, Jay Goodbar? They hold up. They made sure all of the dad Brooks of the day were recap the benefits. I'm trying. I sound slow reading that, bro. It's chopped up a little bit, but basically you said it wouldn't be no generational black wealth. I got that part. Lady Love said why they blackballing Chris Brown. Chris Brown has been getting blackballed actually since that happened with Rihanna. I think who's to say, y'all? Let's matter of fact, we might got to rewind that part. Who's to say they ain't been want to have their way with Chris Brown? Who's to say they might ain't want to play with his backside? Who's to say they ain't want him to dress up? And maybe Chris Brown ain't want to do with all of that. So maybe that whole thing with Rihanna was the start of his ending because he ain't want to play the game back then. Who's to say, y'all? All you got to do is look. Now I know Chris Brown, he's slick with it now. He's slick with it. Don't get it twisted. He's slick. What I mean by slick, I'm gonna show y'all something. When they do stuff like this is a slick form of selling out. Stuff like this. That's a slick form of him selling out. Well, he ain't going all the way in, but you see my point. That's him being slick with it. See his hair? That's him being slick with it. But he ain't go all the way in. You feel what I'm saying? But you see him with the pink hair and the blue hair. You got to know what colors mean. You got to know what all that mean. You got to understand these people are strategic. They know exactly what crowd to cater to, how to do it. When they want to appeal to the thugs, what he gonna throw on a hoodie? He gonna act gangster. When they want to appeal to the rainbow community, they'll put some rainbow in their hair, put on their clothes a little extra tight. They know who their fans are. They know how to sell music. They all been taught the shit. They understand about marketing, how to appeal to your fans, and they play the game. That's what I mean, y'all. They play the game. So when you see Chris Brown doing it, that's him. When he do stuff like this, he play the game. He play the game slickly. Some rappers will play the game by taking their shirt off. It's different ways they play the game. But they know the fans they trying to appeal to. But Chris Brown, he got away with a lot, and they want his masters. So therefore, he gonna stay under attack. Ebony Evans. Stop eating meat altogether. Them animals ain't real no more. Fruits and raw veggies only for me. 11 years, no meat. Let's go. The FDA is the biggest gang out here. That's a fact. But you got to remember, that's right. They all the same people. Any three-letter people, they all the same people. And that's a fact. That's right. My opinion in these days is something that I have been training myself to do these past couple years is winging off not only a lot of stuff, but the truth is, they say a meal is only supposed to be the size of your hand or fist. When you make a plate, it's really supposed to be the size of a fist. You really not supposed to be making big ass plates and eating all that food 3 meals a day. That's all BS. You wearing out your intestine, your immune system. Not only that, this all alleged. I'm not a doctor. The more food you eat, the more cravings you create. So a lot of times you hungry, you ain't even hungry. My point is, you lessen your eating habits and reduce some of the things you eat like junk food. Your cravings will go away, and you'll learn that you can sustain throughout a day on lesser meals. I'm just being honest with you. That is part of surviving. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all know I do these lives every day. I never, ever eat before I do a live. All I do is drink coffee and water. I never eat before I do a live. I don't eat my first meal till like a little bit before 12, 11, something like that. The earliest I eat my first meal be like 10:30. Like when I get off, I'll be hungry because you got to remember, I get up 4, 5 o'clock and I don't eat. So by the time I've been talking for 2 hours, that's energy. That energy is coming from the pit of my stomach. So after talking for 2 hours and being up, next thing you know, I ain't eat. I've been up for 5, 6 hours and I ain't eat, but I do that on purpose. So then when I eat my first meal, it is easily consumed. Now when I eat at 11, 10:30, that meal hold me over to the afternoon. Then I don't eat my next meal till like 3, 4, 5. And guess what? That's my cutoff time. I don't eat after 6 o'clock. After 5, 6, I don't eat no more. If I get hungry after 5, the only thing I'm going to eat 9 times out of 10 is a bowl of cereal. That's how I got my body trained. But mind you, that one meal I eat in the afternoon is going to be my big meal, meaning it's going to be whatever I want. It's going to be something good. That's how I train my body. So let's say in the afternoon, my last meal, because I don't even really eat 2 meals a day. But that meal, I'm gonna eat something good, like a big salad. Let's just say, okay, if I go to Chipotle, something like that, you feel me? It's gonna be a decent meal. After that, I'm not eating no more. The least I'm gonna do, I might eat a bag of chips, plain Jane chips. And if I get hungry at night, it's only cereal. I don't eat after 8. I don't eat heavy, and that's also how I cleanse. You feel me? All I'm gonna do is drink. I drink water all day. I drink tea every other day. So I got my own schedule I put my body on. Everybody got to do a work for them. But this was a process I got. So I mastered it. So I don't get hungry. Because I'm going to tell you this too. If you eat before you go to bed, you're going to wake up even more hungrier. You ain't never noticed that? You eat at night, you wake up, you're still hungry. All of those are tricks that make you gain weight. All those are tricks to make you sick. And that's overindulging in food that your body don't actually need. Sometimes you think you're hungry, you're just actually thirsty. It's your brain that play these games. Your brain create false cravings. But I could be, I'm telling y'all, right? I could be straight and eat nothing. Say I go out right now and I start smelling some McDonald's fries. I smell some fried chicken. I won't even get hungry and want that shit. My body trained not to eat certain stuff. So I can see it, smell it. No matter how hungry I am, I don't want it. And I will wait until I actually get what I want. But sometimes, we do have to eat something. So then I got my lesser evils I eat when I eat fast food. See, me, I'm gonna eat Taco Bell. You feel me? So I got my different ways how I do. But the thing is, you only want to eat like 2 meals a day. You don't want to eat 3 meals a day, and you can't eat heavy. Like I might have used to eat a whole Philly cheesesteak once upon a time. Now I only eat a half. Before, how they always try to see, mind you, they turned us out. Would you like to supersize that? Would you want to supersize that for $1? And that's how they turned us out too. That's how they made everybody obese, overweight, over craving, because they kept offering us extra cheese, extra. You want extra, extra, extra? Now your body got hooked on all of that. And for some people, it's hard to wing off because you got used to drinking big sodas, big French fries, big burgers, big steaks, extra this, you feel me? Now it's hard to wing off in the crisis of inflation. But the people that got their eating habits under control, this inflation ain't even going to really phase you like that. We also know what? Our kids have been trained to be greedy. So if our kids are greedy, it makes it harder to feed them in the inflation because they're hungry. They're eating up all the food. They're running through the milk, running through the cereal, running through everything quick because they got bigger eating habits. That's part of making us broker. All this was a game. Why? We wasn't raised to eat fruits and vegetables. People don't understand. You could be starving, eat a banana, your whole appetite is killed for at least a couple hours. A banana and drink some orange juice behind it, something like that. There's ways to trick your brain to be full and be content. But it is mental. It's a brain thing because these foods actually got drugs in it that make you crave and make you hooked. It's a fact. That's just what it is. Like what I learned is all of those taste tests they do be in laboratories, and they actually test them on our people's taste. But they get somebody of our kind, or I say somebody melanated, to taste these foods, and once they perfect the taste, they know when they got a good item or not. Then they put it in stores. All of this stuff got to do with a lot of science. Oh, what up, D? A lot of places put double cheese on the burgers. I can't stand it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You'd be surprised. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you so many ways to cut back. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like it was a time where I used to be like 270, 265, but I'm tall, so I was big. Like what I'm saying, like a football player. But now I'm like 220, 215. I've been got down years ago by following what I'm telling you right now. That's another thing. You start cutting down smaller, D. You start saying, look, I don't want all that cheese. You start saying, I don't want all that mayonnaise. You'd be surprised how much calories mayonnaise got. You'd be surprised how much calories butter got. So when you start getting extra this, extra that, you putting extra calories on you. You got extra calories, your body got to work harder to burn it off. So when you start minimizing, you'll start naturally. You can start naturally trimming by not doing nothing but just watching what you eat correctly and just eating the right portion. You'll start naturally slimming up, or just naturally start getting stronger and more energy. It's just what it is. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't indulge in those starches at all. Only starch I do eat every now and then. I do mess with bread. I'm gonna tell you this. I do. It's kind of weird. If I go to Wendy's to get a chicken sandwich, I take one of the breads off. I always take one bread off and just leave one. Why? Because that one bun is extra calories. So I eat my shit with one bun. Or I take the bun and split it in half and make one piece of bread, two bread. I cut the calories. That's what I do. I don't eat French fries. Why? That's nothing but starch dipped in grease. Extra calories. I don't want no extra fake ass calories. So let's say if I go somewhere, I will get 2 sandwiches before I get a sandwich and some fries, because that fries is extra calories. They ain't nothing but making you slump, tired, lazy, and you know the rest. And I stay away from grease. I don't rock with grease like that. If I fry some, it's olive oil, period. And cause everybody, we all get them fried cravings. Now I ain't saying I don't eat out every now, but I'm saying if I'm cooking something fried, I'm cooking in olive oil. And that's 9 times out of 10, I'm cooking some fish. You feel me? Or dropping something like that, some oysters or something. But all you got to really do is just start slimming up. But I'm saying all this to say that part of making it in this inflation is not being extra hungry and extra just, you know what I'm saying? If you, that's right. Grapeseed oil as well, exactly. I never fried in it, but I know about it, but I never tried it. Because I knew it do cost some bread. But that is what's up. And peanut oil, exactly. That's a fact. So it's just, the whole key is, because you got to remember, it was a time when there was a shortage in the world before everybody became cannibals. So the less you really eat and wing off stuff, when you can't get the food, you won't be craving like that. And guess what happened? Your stomach naturally starts shrinking. And guess what? After that, you start getting full faster. So once you basically train your stomach to eat less, it's going to naturally eat less. And you'll eat something and get full quick. And you'll be like, damn, I'm full already. That's just how it go. You just got to basically just train your body little by little. But you got to remember, for years, we overindulged in food because that's just what it was. We represented eating a lot of food, represented eating good, which represented we doing good, we straight. And that's why a lot of us, we was getting full, we was eating a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And then, they've been giving out a lot of food stamps. So a lot of people, they just go ham in a grocery store. That's right. I don't drink cow's milk. I eat vegan cheese. Now it's mad good. That's right. I only drink almond milk. I'm going to be real with y'all. I've been drinking almond milk for 10 years. I've been drinking almond milk when it was $2 and change, $3. Now this shit $5 plus. Yep. I've been drinking almond milk for over 10 years now. I've been stopped messing with that other milk. That's a fact. But that's my point. You gotta, it's different now. It's just different. It take time, but you ain't gotta go cold turkey or nothing. You just gotta start winging yourself off. But the number one thing is, I tell you, the first thing to stop doing is try to stop eating after 8 o'clock. That's the first thing. Because when you start eating after 8, between 8 in the morning, your body burning off calories. And you also burn calories when you sleep. And a lot of times sometimes we got a lot of water weight on us. Why you think at night when you go to sleep, you got to go to the bathroom? Because your body is releasing them toxins at night when you go to sleep. So when you start eating after 8, 9 o'clock, your body really just start going into recovery mode and cleansing mode. And then you'll see people that eat late at night, eat a lot, always in the kitchen, eating late at night. You start blowing up. Sweating up. You start getting sick because you overindulging in too much junk. You ain't giving your body a chance to cleanse. And you should already know you should have a healthy bowel movement every day. Every day, no less than every other day. That's just the facts. If you're not, I always say this. If you don't go to the bathroom every day, you need to get you some tea. Because that means a lot of toxins are being stored in your body. You should go to the bathroom every day. I remember it was times I didn't go every day, but I'm telling you, you should go every day. That's when you know your body working right. Every day, at least one time a day. It should be a number 2 going on. You feel me? That's a whole nother topic. But this is the truth, because some people go a week without going to the bathroom. Some people go 5 days without doing number 2. That ain't good. That's a fact. Oh, Ralph said, almond milk, BS. They be lying to us with that silk milk, make it homemade. That's a fact. I mean, it is what it is. I know it ain't that much almonds in the world. But yeah, anything you want to try to do anything but drinking from a cow or animal. But it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell y'all this: I know vegans that caught cancer. That is a fact. I know vegans that died of cancer. I know vegans that died sick. So I know it ain't all about being no vegan neither. It ain't about a whole bunch of soy products. It ain't about that soybean neither. Know that. Too much soybean will do you wrong. That is a fact. I know vegans that died of cancer. So I just understand people gotta do it, but you gotta put them greens in your body though. The greens work your blood. That greenery work that blood. So you gotta inhale those greens. It's just a fact. Whether you like it or not, you gotta eat it like medicine. You know, I make spinach and kale smoothies and stuff like that too. So it is what it is. You should have you a blender in the crib. You should have you a blender, and you know what I'm saying? And you make sure you get you a nice smoothie once a day. That'll do you a whole lot good. Some people put ginger in it, you know, different things in a smoothie. That alone, because you know when you go outside, they're gonna tax you on the smoothie. A smoothie like $5 to $10, but you can make them at the crib and be straight. That's another thing. In the morning, you drink your smoothie, you'll be full and be straight and have a lot of energy. That's right. That's right. Oat milk too. Oat milk, rice milk. Yup. It's many different things, man. You just gotta go according with your taste. But I always felt like that. Y'all know that regular milk, and what it say? It say homogenized on it, right? What it say on there? You see, watch what it say on that, and then maybe you'll understand why. Maybe because them kids been drinking that milk. Maybe that's why they got older and started acting a little funny. Who knows? It could have been in the milk. Who knows? Because that milk is contained with nothing but a bunch of hormones. You get it? That's a fact. And that milk was blowing them kids up before their time. What's good, y'all? Good morning, Colleen. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. But like I said, y'all, thanks for chopping it up. Salute to everybody that's here. I'm gonna be watching to see what's popping off. I'm gonna probably come on tomorrow too. I'm gonna be on Clubhouse tonight again. We had a good time last night, a good time yesterday. We chopped it up. Certain topics we can't talk about here. What's what we're gonna talk about over there. And it is what it is. Just creating other platforms for us to vibe at. And also, as y'all keep getting information, y'all keep putting it out there. We're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna be doing Q&As and all of that. That is a fact, Wax Dog. That's why the new generation is so little. I'm gonna be honest too. A lot of these people, they're that's some real yo. I was just talking about that the other day. A lot of these kids look malnourished. They are very, very small. I've been looking at that. I don't know what's going on. A lot of these kids look like they're not eating properly. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'm even able to see this inflation thing through the kid. Like when them kids be outside going, in the morning, going to school, coming home from school, and I be like, man, them kids look little now. Like they don't even look healthy. Like, and then you got to remember, right? On top of that, you got to understand, right? I'm just being honest. It's a new the fashion trend has been what? Naughty hair. So now they got the kids look. So my point is, I see kids going to school, don't even look like they're going to school. Remember, you went to school, your face was shiny, your clothes was freshly ironed, and you was fresh. I'm gonna be honest, I see the kids now, they don't look too fresh no more. They look like they be hungry, they don't look right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. In my mind, I'm like, them kids ain't got no business coming out the house like that, going to school. Because it ain't about what we think. Remember, when they go to school, that teacher putting judgment on them. That principal putting judgment on them kids. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, they tricked us into this bum culture, a bum lifestyle, to look like we homeless, look like bums. I'm just being honest, y'all. I ain't trying to criticize nobody. I'm trying to tell you what's real, what they did. They made it be cool to look like hippies and little dusty people. We're walking around like yesterday, freezing. People walking around with hoodies on, hoodies and Crocs and nappy hair and bonnets. I'm just being honest, y'all. They made this a culture now. It's a culture. It's a lifestyle. Well, y'all know when you was growing up, you had to be fresh, clean, had to be wiped down. You had to be glowing. You feel me? You had to have that glow. If you had that haircut, it had to be shaped up fresh. Women, girls, you already know your hair had to be right. Whether it was barrettes, ponytails, fresh, it don't matter. You know, you had to be fresh, clean. You got checked. Some of us, we got checked before we went out the door. They say, let me see your face. Let me see. Yeah, okay, let me wipe that out your eye. You had to be fresh before you walked out the door. It ain't like that no more. Actually, you gotta be on point too. A lot of kids going to school smelling like weed. Parents smoking hella gas. Kid go to school, weed all in the clothes. Then classroom, get in trouble. You gotta understand. You gotta be on point right now. You gotta be on point right now. But they got men wearing Crocs, little boys wearing Crocs as fashion. Y'all know that ain't. Y'all know that. Y'all know what's up with that, man. I'm not here to knock nobody. I'm just trying to tell you they created this hippie culture, hippie lifestyle, and they try to make it cool for our kids to dress like hippies. And then when you try to get them on some real fashion, they're gonna think you don't know what you're talking about. No, it is a bum culture that's been created. It's called ripped jeans. I understand the fashion, don't get me wrong, but I understand the game they playing too. Because when you wear these particular fashions, you get stereotyped and classified. When you already know, little man always gonna be fresh with a polo shirt on. You feel me? Look, young girl, she gonna be fresh with her hair done and just some decent clothes on. It ain't gotta be, girls don't gotta have on name brand all the time. They just gotta have on some new clothes and they gonna look like some long as their hair done. Y'all know that. But now they've been creating this bum culture. And y'all know what that is. I ain't trying to go there, but I'm just being honest with you. I'm gonna be real. Some people know a kitchen hairdo from a beauty salon. I'm gonna just say that. And y'all know for a fact that it's never been little girls wearing hair down to their legs. Yeah, I know that. If you try to get extensions back in the day, you might have got slapped in your mouth. You know that wasn't going to happen. But now you see that, let's be honest, young girls wear their hair longer than grown-ass women. So I'm just showing you the culture that got created. And it is what it is. So every fashion, every fad is not to be followed. It's a way to still be fresh, fly, up to date, and you ain't got to dress like everybody else. That's all I'm saying. You got to be crafty in how you dress. But I'm just saying that because they are judging us on a bigger scale now. Your kid go to school a certain way, they say you're an unfit parent. Next thing you know, they're knocking at your door saying why this and why that. Your kid smell like weed. Why your kid ain't got no winter coat? Why your kid ain't got no decent shoes on their feet? And you fucking around getting in trouble over that shit. That's all I'm saying. But really, you looking at it like I ain't do nothing. That's just how they dress. But I'm trying to tell you, they try to make our kids look poor. I'm just being honest, y'all. That's how I see it. They try to make our kids look poor and look like hoodlums and dust buckets. That's my opinion. Yeah. That's her job. She said Lizzo be making big chicks look wild. That's Lizzo's job. Yep. That's her job. That's her job. That's right. That's a fact. That's Lizzo's job. To make thicker chicks look bad. That's a fact. Y'all know Lizzo be real messy out here, man. Very, very messy. Y'all already know that. Hold up. That's right. You can't put no work in wearing Crocs. Man, the only time you get a pass on wearing Crocs is if you coming out early in the morning. Like I said, before 12. That's it. You come up with look, this is my opinion, right? The only time I'm giving somebody a pass for wearing Crocs, a bonnet on their head, pajamas is before 12. If you come out after 12, you looking like a bum. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You looking like a bum. That go for me too. Sometime in the morning, I'll come out in my slippers. You feel me? Flip-flops, jogging pants, regular, do-rag, run to the store real quick. After a certain hour, I'm not coming out like that. Why? I never know who I'm gonna run into. I'm not trying to send no wrong impression. All it takes for somebody to see you one off day, they say, man, I seen so-and-so, man, he was looking bad. Whole time, you don't even know. I was just running to the store real quick. But nah, to that person, I was looking bad because I came out the house at 5 in the afternoon looking a hot mess. Well, guess what? That's what some people be doing. You come out late looking like a hot mess. Somebody see you, they say, you know what? I saw so-and-so look like they was on drugs. I seen her in the store. She had a bonnet on. She had on some pajamas. She was looking messed up. I think she on drugs. Next thing you know, people lying on you. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. But I'm just talking right now. Episode 209. We good. We great. Look, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all holler. Hold up. Did you say It's 12:15. Let me tell you. Nah, you good. Just don't go outside like that. Don't go outside after 12 with Crocs. But you a female. I'm talking about dudes with Crocs. Females can wear Crocs. I'm talking about dudes. Dudes. That ain't cool. Because like I said, when I first seen Crocs, they were nurses slippers. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. But somebody made it a fashion. Everybody started following that shit. I'm talking about dudes, though. Dudes not supposed to wear no Crocs. You supposed to have some Jordan slippers, nigga, something like that. You feel me? Something like that. Adidas slides, Nike, something. You ain't supposed to wear no Crocs. Lebowski said it's facts. Now, guess what, y'all? We in a time now where you being judged by how on your appearance now. That's the time we in right now. You being judged of a have or a have not due to your appearance. It's not right, but it's just what they doing, man. That's what they keep doing, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, that's like if I come out looking a certain way, the odds of them running up on me are higher if I look a certain way. But if I come out looking a certain way, let's say I come out looking like I own a business or whatever. Let's say I'm just so clean, I just look like I'm about something. The chance of them leaving me alone is better. That's just the world we in now, y'all. You know that. Just like as a female, you come out a certain way on a wrong block, somebody might think you prostituting. That's just how you get classified in the world. If you get seen with the wrong thing in the wrong place, boom, stereotype. But that's how it work now. You feel me? That's how it work. What's up, Unique? Maybe she did make Crocs popular. I don't know who did it. I know somebody did it. I know it was an entertainer that had everybody following that did it. And if Nikki wore the Crocs, 9 times out of 10, she could have been getting endorsed and getting paid to wear them. That's it. They get paid to wear it, and people gonna follow it. Now you understand why they're on social media. Now you see why when they started going live, y'all seen it. They started putting little items in the background. They was getting paid marketing money. Put a little Pepsi right there, get paid from Pepsi. Put a little this. They were all marketing plans, man. Showing you the nail or showing you certain things. They were getting paid to show you that. So a lot of men on social media, just to be on there, they get paid to go on there because every platform is monetized. And they get money on the side. Wear this hat real quick. Wear this shirt. Wear these pants. Wear these slides. Wear these sneakers. That's the plan. But you think they just in the house going live. Nah, they getting paid. You in the house watching and you ain't getting paid. You still say that's the game they play. It is over with, mastered and perfected. That's what happened. Know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, y'all. Good day today. Good Saturday. It's still the Sabbath. It's still a rest day, even though we got to shake and move and do what we got to do. What up, Juice? I see you, Juice. I see you pulled up late. Other than that, good day, y'all. Good vibes. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to all my people. Y'all already know what time it is. We family. Y'all keep vibing. And it's a high chance I'm going to be back tonight. And y'all already know later I'm going to be on Clubhouse. So we'll chop it up later on. Y'all stay in tune. Y'all stay on point. Y'all stay right. Y'all stay blessed. I'm out. One. Another thing I want to say, I meant to say earlier, thanks and salute. I appreciate everybody that donated yesterday. During the show, after the show, I appreciate all of y'all. Don't ever forget that. I appreciate all of y'all, every last one of y'all, everybody that play a part. That's what it is. We on the same station. We on the same vibe. I just had to make sure I say that. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend.